Masih pagi loh. Ya, kali ini ya seperti biasa gue main Genshin. Kemarin gue mau live tapi jaringannya nggak mendukung, cok. Jadi gue baru bisa live ini kan ya. Gue mau lanjut kurs Archon, tapi sebelum lanjut gue mau ke quest harian dulu, coy. Daily quest nggak muncul lagi, cok. Waduh, parah sih.
The wind rises.
Lah, ngelek cok. Gue quest harian dulu di mana? Semoga stream kali ini nggak terlalu berat ya, cok. Soalnya kemarin stream gua nggak mampu, cok. Ini apa, CPU gua nggak mampu. Astaga.
We'll see about that.
Behold.
Mampus kau. Lumayan bagus, cok, pakai Wanderer. Gue harian dulu, cok. Nanti habis itu gua lanjut. Darat.
Following me.
Lumayan.
Dare to mess with me? Think you can bully me? Everybody stand back! Truth repeats its course.
Swarm fury.
Au.
Cry louder.
Mampus. Mana lagi? Oh, udah dekat. Bentar. Gimana ini, cok? Waduh, gue paling anti sama yang ini, dia.
Let's light it up!
Waduh, ngelek lagi, cok.
Look at you, Boomtail!
Buat ngeheal.
Too late for regrets.
Itu ngumpul di tengah, cok. Udah kelar. Kolek-kolek dulu, coy. Gak usah diladenin itu mah. Gimana lagi atuh? Sorry, gua rada Quest apa? Oh, ini. Ke atas sana, bukan?
Too slow.
Dare to mess with me?
wind rises. Ha! Ah!
Yu, yu. Untung wanderer gua udah gua build, cok. Belum kuat-kuat amat sih, tapi udah lumayan lah.
Swan fury.
Wede, cepat kali dia. Pinknya nggak drop kan, astaga. Oh malas, cok, sama jaringan gua, cok. Tinggal ke sana. Satu lagi kayaknya misi harian gua. Bentar gua cek. Oh ya. Satu lagi dan setelah ini gua lanjut quest Archonnya. Cuma daily harian lah.
Behold.
Drop enggak sih? Kayaknya drop, cok. Bukan internet gua yang drop, tapi ini yang drop. Monster, kalau nggak salah satu lagi guys gua, cok. Tapi belum ini, gua ubah mana ya? Kesarian, cara ubah kesarian ke ini masih hari monster.
There's no need to exchange entries. It's rather pathetic.
Kemana itu anjir? Walah, tinggal tele aja mah. Oh, untung main di PS gua anime, cowok.
Wretched vermin.
Biar hilang semua anjir. Wah, masih ada quest yang belum gua selesain, cok, di ini. Anyway,
The wind rises.
nyampe nggak sih? Oh, nyampe. Waduh, ngeframe, cok. Bikin balik-balik aja, anjir. Nggak bisa stream 720 gua, cok, gara-gara CPU gua bakalan panas dan dia langsung force close keluar sendiri. Waduh, ngelek. Pagi-pagi gini asiknya turu cowok, tapi ya iya, soalnya kemarin gua nggak bisa stream, nanti siang mungkin nggak bisa juga, mungkin bentar lagi hujan.
Add Astro. Thank you for
Bentar ya cowok, bentar. Kok kolek-kolek dulu ini mah. Aku butuh wortel, ini juga, tapi gue perlu min. Gue belum dapat min coy. Ya nasib player F2P. Oke, gue lanjut Archon gua. Archon. Bentar lagi ganti banner, cok. Untungnya quest win belum gua udah kelar, dan ya tinggal kegabutan gua anjir. Gabut, cok. Di bawah loh, sedikit ya. Gimana cok? Walah.
Behold.
Semoga aja PC gua nggak meletup biar, soalnya speknya masih ya.
Well, there won't be any problems if the feast starts at that time. Everything is already.
Mr. Zubair, I finished telling things up here.
Nilo.
Is a simple reply really that much to ask of our guests? It's affecting our.
Oh, it'll be fine. Besides, it never hurt.
I was thinking the same thing. Hey, Nilu!
Nilu.
Traveler, Paimon! We got your letters, so here we are! You're the best. The other guests haven't even replied yet. Huh? Are we the only one? Yeah. I had someone deliver letters to all of our guests.
Look, I get it. Sumeru is in an extremely important period of transition right now, but even if your friends are important figures, they shouldn't just ignore. Nilu is Sumeru's #1 celebrity. You have no idea how happy I am to.
If you consider enjoying Nilu's dances having good taste, then almost everybody, because Paimon thinks everybody will love her performance.
That's right. We all think she's amazing too. Nilu is an absolute favorite among those of us who frequent the Grand Bazaar. For Outlanders, you have Master Zubair. Let's have a vote for the most outstanding audience members next time. I think these two may win.
Nonsense! It is not for us to determine. But indeed, we could try giving gifts to people with particularly good taste. I heard there's a device in Fontaine called a camera that can record people's appearances as pictures. Such
Ooh, good idea. I want...
Update Fontaine kapan ya, Cok?
Pictures of me to everyone.
There's always a lot going
Gak
on.
sabar sama
And that traveler in Paimon?
New Archon.
If for some reason they didn't receive the letters, then please tell everyone that there will be a feast here.
Yeah, we can also check out how everything in Sumeru is going now.
When I wrote the letters, I heard that Dia was in Port Or. As for Sino, we've only heard that he appears at the Academia from time. I'm not too sure about Ramon's whereabouts. My guess is that he's. As for Dunyarzad, I just hope she's feeling better. I sent her a letter, but
Okay, got it. Let's go, traveler.
Beda. Ke atas lagi, Cok.
welcome.
Astaga. Naik turun, naik turun.
Too slow. Quit following me. Quit following me. Upon the gale.
Ntar gua setting. Gua setting rendah aja, Cok. Lihat update Fontaine antara bulan 6 sampai 8. Kayak Inazuma dulu update bulan Juni, Inazuma bulan halo Alian. Thank you infonya. Waduh, nggak sabar sih update ini lanjutannya. Biar ya quest Archon baru gitu.
We haven't seen all hate them anywhere. Let's ask that person over there.
Kira-kira ada karakter baru nggak sih ya di update Fontaine? Udah pasti sih.
Oh, who else was looking for him?
Namanya juga update, palingan ada karakter baru.
You wouldn't believe how terrible their relationship is. Don't tell me
Gua
everyone's
penasaran karakter apa, Cok.
Sages.
No way. We're strictly here on business.
Ah, I see. Sorry, I thought maybe everyone's as interested.
Sorry ya, suara gua ada ini soalnya lagi influenza. Kemana lagi nih, astaga. Gue penasaran sih storynya sampai ke ini seluruh Taiwan ini. Apalagi yang gue penasaran tuh pemimpin-pemimpin dari ini, dari Fatui. Penasaran kali, Cok, gimana kuatnya gitu. Asik kali si Wanderer bisa terbang-terbang, jir. Kayak nge-cheat, Cok.
Just put down that worthless book and tell me what happened in the
Ini siapa
academia.
sih, coy?
This is not just some worthless book. Do you have any idea how difficult it is to find a physical book like this in Sumeru?
It doesn't matter. It's probably just another thing that you used your authority to get your hands on anyway. Just put it aside. Listen,
Si
I
Alhaiten
came back to...
santuy kali dia,
You
anjir.
sound surprised. I thought you would already know the inside story.
Would I be here asking you if I knew? You're the scribe, not me. So just tell me...
Well, I
Nyaris
almost
jadi
became a sage.
waduh,
Huh?
hampir jadi sage dia, Cok.
Don't sound too surprised now. You're the renowned Kave, light of the Kasharawar. Besides, as a master builder and craftsman, chances are you'll be appointed as a sage.
Why do I
Wow,
feel like you don't
cafe.
really mean it?
Kalau nggak salah, dia kan yang bakalan ada di update berikut sama
Maybe it's
si
because you've
Baisu.
never said anything good about me before.
Yeah, well, I share a similar
Iya.
sentiment. And anyone who knows you as well as
You see? This is why I hate discussing anything with you. You're ridiculous.
it seems that you really can't stand my personality.
Ha! What was your first clue?
Well, then you might as well move out of my house.
Bada.
Threatening me? Stooping. Ugh. And don't change the subject. You, a sage? What a joke. The academia might have
Bubarkan
been closed tomorrow.
Kenapa sih? Kayak nggak akur, Cok.
Forget what's going on with the academia. Haven't you been busy with your construction project?
Don't get me started.
So, what great building did our master architect work on this time?
Like I need to tell you. Keep your nose out of my business.
No, I think we deserve to know. Where were you when Sumeru needed you most?
I was in the desert for a large project, but considering Haravatat's utter ignorance of architectural and aesthetic matters, you probably wouldn't understand. Which is truly unfortunate. I can only pity the man who doesn't understand the first thing about beauty and romance.
Bada.
Unlike... Hold on, wait a second. What do you mean by when Sumeru
Well, while you were out fiddling around in the desert, many people came to...
Ha! And you think I'd believe...
Look, all you really need to know is that Azar and all his accomplices have all been overthrown.
Huh? What nonsense are you talking about?
It's no skin off my nose if you don't believe me. It's not like my Darshan was the one trying to apply for funding from the Grand Sage.
You know what? I'll ask around. I'm sure someone knows what's going on here. You're dead if I find out you're lying to me.
Idi, baru juga nyampe dia, nggak tahu apa-apa. Udah main tuduh, Cok. Bentar, ada yang game ini kayak main game Resident Evil, Cok. Item number 1.
Letter?
Nilu said she sent out a letter inviting everyone to a celebration feast in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. We'll also be celebrating Zaino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra.
If she addressed the letter to all Hatham of the Academia, then the letter should have gone to my office. I've been busy these days, so I haven't had time to check for any new mail at my office. I only now have some free time to attend to personal matters.
Have you always been so busy with your work?
Of course not. I'm only busy these days because several sages have been dismissed recently and the whole academia was practically turned.
Kainari told us they all went to train in the Avidia Forest. Apparently they will spend the rest of their lives there.
That is already the best possible ending for the likes of them.
Kira-kira
Four of the six
kapan
great
ya
sages were possessed by their desire for
si
power and
Songli
attempted to create a
Riran?
new god.
Wah, gue butuh
In
kali,
order to pull
Cok.
it off, they
Soalnya
even
buat
imprisoned the
shield
other two
itu.
rational sages.
Yeah, you're right. Huh. Feels kind of strange
Punya
to hear
gua
them call
kan
that after all this time.
Wanderer, main
But then
Wanderer.
again,
Jadi
the 6 great schools sounded pretty
shield,
impressive
harus
too.
ada shield juga, coy.
Yes, at least that it's said that when the
Soalnya
new
Wanderer
Starshans
mudah
are
kali
spawned up
knockbacknya,
in
Cok.
only the 6 Starshans attaching themselves to the 6 great schools have stood the test of time and obtained permanent seats in the academia. Now, the 6 Starshans are nearly synonymous with the 6 great schools, and the leaders selected for the schools are the 6 great sages. Among the 6 great sages, there is one central leader, the Grand Sage. Unfortunately, only the sages from Valumana and Amorta remain now. They were imprisoned for opposing Azar, and were only rescued after Azar's downfall.
So who's managing things in the other 4 schools now? Do they need to find someone new?
Yes. Normally, new sages are selected based on a...
Oh, didn't you just say something about becoming a sage? If they pick you, then we'd have a huge connection in Sumeru.
Yes,
Yeah.
about that.
Jadi dapat banyak
You didn't
dapat
let me
koneksi
finish.
dalam,
The
Cok.
person in charge of personnel affairs
power
nominated
of
me to be
orang
the
dalam.
Grand Sage in place of Azar and help Lesser Lord Kusanali manage the academia. But I refused.
Nah, ditolak dong.
I'm not even interested in being one of the 6 great sages. Like I said before, I don't like being a leader.
Oh, alright. So are you busy these days trying to find others to take the job?
That's not my job either. I'm only
Padahal
responsible
si
for handling
Alhaiten jago
affairs
strategi,
within
Cok.
the
Nggak
academia
mau jadi
before the
Asagi
new
dia.
stages take off. And the first thing I'll do is reject Kasharawar's application for fun.
By the way, who was that other person just now? Is he your friend?
Do we look like friends?
Paimon doesn't know. That's why Paimon's asking.
His name is Kaveh, my roommate. You could say he's the representative for Ksharawar scholars. Which is exactly why he always has so many.
So everything that's happened recently must be a huge
Kayaknya
change for the people of
karakter yang
Sumeru.
tadi suka sekali waspada, coy. Jadi
Such
nggak
as
mudah
the work of
percaya
the
orang.
Academia Scribe.
Well, anyway, no matter how busy you are, since you
Kasih,
are a planner,
kasih.
remember to attend the celebration feast.
All right, I'll see you there.
Quit following me.
Ada.
Squall and Fury.
Biar cepat. Mutar-mutar lagi, Cok. Malas sekali. Waduh. Kemana lagi nih, Cok? Astaga. Ada. Untung udah gua buka tempat teleportnya, mapnya udah gua buka. Kalau nggak gua harus jalan. Aduh.
Wind rises.
Mantap kali, Cok, pakai wanderer. Terbang-terbang gitu dia. Udah gua bikin low, Cok, soalnya PC gua nggak bakalan mampu kalau stream pakai gitulah.
This is Port Ormos. Now where could you...
Is that Paimon I hear?
Huh?
Oh, it's been a while. How are you doing?
Dinnerzad! It's been so long since we've seen you!
I'm doing well. I can go as far as saying I have I don't know if you've heard, but Elazar has completely disappeared, and all the patients have recovered.
You kidding? Knowing them and the connections they've got, I'm sure they've heard about it.
Dia, waduh dia.
My lady is feeling better now, so I'm accompanying her.
Gua nggak mau gacha dia, Cok.
Why do you still call me that?
Gacha dia, waduh. Live pakai laptop, Bang. Enggak, gua live sih pakai PC.
Habits die hard.
Dan PC gua belum gua upgrade. Belum belum gua upgrade, jadi masih
You know that my parents and I are fond of
masih
you.
dibilang
We
low
appreciate
end
you
lah.
very much.
Masih di low end
I'm
PC.
not a woman that's
Jadi
easily when I took this job, I'd already decided
ya
quit
begitulah.
as recovered. It's time for me to get back out there and
So what are you gonna do now?
Rencana sih mau upgrade tapi
I wanna take a
nanti
risk.
Huh? But
ada sih teman gua mau pinjamin PC dia, tapi ya gua rasa gimana ya, Cok? Gua takut, Cok. Takutnya rusak kan, punya teman lagi. Punya dia sih bagus, tapi gua takut pinjamnya, Cok. Ya udah izinin sih, tapi wah agak itulah.
You mean I'll hate them? I didn't expect him to still remember that.
we just came from talking with Alhaitham at the Academia.
Did he tell you that he suggested that I come work at the Academia?
What?
What?
I heard that Azar and his cronies fell from power, and Alhaitham told me that now is a good time to find a job in the Academia. But only if I...
Whoa. Paimon can't see you being anything other than a mercenary.
Dia di-invite apa nih si Alhaitham buat jadiin loh.
Look great.
Invite ke Akademia.
I
Aduh.
wouldn't last 10 seconds in there. Alhaitham probably just liked the way I worked and knew I'm good in a fight. So he suggested I find some work in the Academia.
But you know, if you take him up on the offer, Sino might actually agree and let you because you're super amazing.
Si
The Matra have all
Paimon.
the talent they need as long as they have
Jago
Sino.
kali dia muji orang, Cok.
In fact, I chose this job from the very start because I knew it'd be right up my alley.
Even if being a mercenary means facing all kinds of danger.
A lion has to return to the wild
Singa
sooner or
tidak
later.
bisa tinggal di
If
dalam
anything,
kandang.
being your
Kalau
bodyguard
boleh
has been
jujur sebenarnya
unfamiliar
aku
territory for me.
kurang mampu
I
jadi
don't
pengawal.
want to see you go, but
Ya sih,
I'm
singa
glad to
nggak
hear you
tahan.
say that.
Singa tuh nggak bakalan tahan kalau dalam kandang,
Come
Cok.
on, no need for the
Ya,
sad face.
karena singa
It's
kan
not like
udah
that. Once the
biasa
whole Dendro
hidup
Archon
di
thing is settled, everything in
alam
Sumeru will
bebas.
take a turn for the better. That makes me happy too. But a peaceful society will probably mean less demand for mercenaries like me. Before long, we'll be a dying breed. So I'd better get to work while I still can.
Huh? But wait a second. You make it sound like you're leaving now?
Well, no, not yet at least. I promised my lady I'd stick around until next week.
So, have you been in Port Ormos this entire time? We were wondering if you had received a letter from Nilu.
oh, did Nilu?
She heard that you were seen in Port Ormos, so she sent the letter here.
Huh. It was probably my lady has been very energetic lately and keeps taking me on hikes, staying out even in the
Suratnya
night.
sini lo
By
nggak
the time we get back,
Right, and we tend to leave quite early in the morning.
dibaca, nggak dibaca tuh nggak nyampe itu.
I bet the letter's at the reception desk. I'll go check later.
No wonder there wasn't a reply. You never received the letter. Good thing Nilu asked us to come and check on that.
Sorry to make you two come all the way out here.
It must be something important for Nilu to specifically write to us like that.
Yes, she said they were preparing a victory feast in the Grand Bazaar, and will also be celebrating Sino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra.
Great! I'll be sure to attend.
Count me in too. But is there some sort of dress code or anything for the feast? Can I just show up looking like this?
Since it's being organized by Nilu, I don't think she'll be too picky about that. If anything, I think she wants to.
All right, then this is how.
The feast will be held in 2 days, so don't forget.
Sure.
Thank you so much for letting us know. We'll see you.
Oh, by the way, do you happen to know where Sino and Rom?
The General Mahamatra always comes and goes without a trace. Normally, no one knows his whereabouts.
Oh,
But last time we met, he mentioned that he had something to do in Aru village. You can try. As for Raman, your guess is as good as mine. I only remember he said that he had something to discuss with Sino. You can ask Sino when you meet him. Don't mention it.
all right. On to our next stop.
Sekarang pergi ke Auru. Well. Nah, loadingnya lama, Cok. Yang gua heran apa sih, loading screennya harus warna putih gini, bikin sakit mata, coy. Astaga. Harus lewat mana? Gue coba lewat sini, bisa nggak sih? Bisa ternyata. Waduh, nggak ngeframe kan? Streamnya palingan ngelek ini mas, stream gua, Cok.
We
Soalnya
last visited Aru village.
ah,
There's Sino.
Sino. Sial kali gua, coy. Kemarin gua mau
We recovered well.
nggak sengaja ke gacha kemarin, jadi gua dapat Sino. Ah, sial kali, padahal gua udah simpan IF-nya buat gacha si ini, si Ayaka, tapi ya
I'm meeting some.
Oh, you mean Candace?
I've already talked with Candace
masih
and the
kepikiran,
village
Cok.
chief. But you know, one of the people I'm meeting is.
Oh, by King Deshret's blessing, my friend suddenly appears in the desert. Don't tell me.
Raman.
Rahman,
Sataria?
Oh, you know me?
Oh, well,
Don't worry, these are our friends. No need.
I see.
I'm doing well.
Kok mereka datang sama-sama, mereka berdua?
Really, I feel that my whole
Jangan-jangan.
life is starting to shine after suddenly finding a new direction.
Oh, tell us everything.
Yeah, you go ahead.
All right, well, I suppose I should start by saying I've decided to leave the academia.
What?
What?
It's not that I've given up on being a scholar. Instead, you could say I will no longer pursue research like a typical scholar, but I have no.
I can see.
What do you...
I plan to leave the academia and return to teach here in the desert.
Ada
Sataria will return
tujuan
to
yang
support
lebih penting
education
mah.
and teach people from the desert. She can't teach everyone on her own, but there are many of us Eremites all over Sumeru. She came to discuss a collaboration with me and hoped that I could bring her ideas to the Eremite.
Yes, it's my hope that the Eremites can help me select a group of smart people with the best aptitude for teaching. I'll teach them, and that is the true meaning of education
Wah,
and the
ilmu
spreading of
pengetahuan
knowledge.
mah harus
The
dibagikan,
people
Cok.
of King
Jangan
Deshret
disimpan
suffer from
sendiri.
sandstorms, exile, and ignorance.
Biar orang lain gitu juga ngerti.
Her arrival
Jago
is like a
juga
star.
dia.
The stars have always guided caravans.
Mau
Thieves, soldiers, and
ngajarin
travelers who
orang
get
lain.
lost in the night. They lead those in the dark out of trouble.
Oh, please. Where's all of this coming from? I'm starting to feel.
You deserve these compliments. Mercenaries are accustomed to danger and don't
Belum
fear
bersama
death,
dengan
which is why we recognize extraordinary actions. The common
Sataria's idea will bring much good to many people.
At first, I feared it was destined to fail. Everyone knows that the academia doesn't allow scholars to teach in the desert without permission. As you know, all knowledge is under their surveillance and control, and very few desert dwellers are. But what I heard at that time has been haunting my heart, as if there were lightning bolts constantly bombarding my soul. Sataria, you tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the academia's grasp on you will become. Sataria, why haven't you gone home? Never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
miss.
These words sparked something in me, and I knew that I had to bring something back to my people after going home. I gathered up the courage to approach the Grand Sage, only to find that he was no longer at the Academia. Lord Sino told me that Azar didn't belong there anymore.
Azar has received much needed punishment. Though, if you ask me, it may have been too light.
Lord Sino helped me obtain permission to leave the Academia for the desert, and accompanied me here to discuss
Aduh,
collaboration
lama
with members
kali,
of the
banyak kali
Eremites.
obrolannya,
My
Cok.
plan was able to go
Ya,
smoothly
namanya
thanks
juga
to him and
quest. Main quest.
Aside from that, I also have some other business to discuss with Sino.
Lesser Lord
Gak
Kusanali has
mungkin kan
allocated
main
many
quest cuma
resources to support
bertarung
and
doang.
develop the
Pasti
desert.
ada.
I've done some business for. I applied for a few batches of educational materials from the academia, and sent them to several groups in the desert, as instructed by Lesser Lord Kusanali.
That's exactly what the people here need. Physical books and other related items. If it weren't for Sino and Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'm afraid we'd never be able to get our hands on them.
Apart from this, the academia is also recruiting scholars that are willing to teach in the desert. We must be persistent about this, and maintain these resources to ensure long-term effectiveness.
This is the first time in hundreds of years we've had a glimmer of hope. I think this may be the turning point for the desert. Remember these words. Here lies our faithful priest, Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving of high praise and admiration. I hope people with wisdom like that priest will rise again among the desert dwellers. Then we'll once again see the wisdom and glory that once shook the world.
Enough about us. Are you here to discuss some business too?
No, not at all. We're actually here on behalf of Nilu. Nilu wanted to write to everyone, but she wasn't sure where the letters should be sent, so she asked us to come. A celebration feast will be held in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. She hopes that all at the feast will also be celebrating Sino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra. Although, judging from your appearance, it seems you've already been reinstated. Paimon thought you would...
Celebration? Feast? It's the first I've heard of it.
Tainari was right. She really did.
This feast is for you, Sino.
It's rare to
Paling
see
si
that
Sino
kind
nggak
of
bakalan
expression
hadir
from
soalnya
Lord.
dia
No,
gitu
not
orangnya,
really.
Cok.
But I'll go.
Oh, ada. Kepikir enggak soalnya sebelumnya. Tik dari bilang Sino tuh nggak terlalu suka hadir di pesta-pesta kayak gitu.
I'm afraid I won't be able to join you. Although, the messages. I'm sorry for how I treated you before. But now I understand the beauty of your dance. It's like a light. You and the art you symbolize are not only beautiful, but also lively and powerful. So much so that it was prohibited. Please keep dancing. And someday, I'll be able to appreciate your art in person.
Okay, we've got all that down.
Ya karya orang mah harus ini, Cok. Harus dihargai apapun itu.
Got it.
Deh, tunggu sampai perjamuan dimulai 2 hari kemudian. Waduh, tunggu 2 hari lagi, Cok. Mendingan gua cari misi lain dulu. Ini harus nunggu 2 hari, coy. Atau bentar. Gua rencana sih mau upgrade si ini. Dayona, soalnya gue butuh shieldnya, Cok. Dia juga. Bang, Sino pakai Skyward apa White Tail? Esa, gue kurang tahu sih, tapi gue pakai White Tail sih. Soalnya ini dapat critnya, buat ambil critnya, tapi ya gue belum refine. Wah, stat gue masih jelek, Cok. Bentar, gue mau upgrade Civarusan dulu, soalnya gue butuh dia, cuy. Gue mau unlock yang salah satu talentnya buat ya itulah. Saya sih gue bingung pengen. Gue rada canggung, Cok, soalnya gimana ya. Nah ini gue mau upgrade yang ini biar anime damage gue naik. Soalnya kemarin gue fokus sama Raiden sama si ini Alhaiten. Gue lupa main akun gua, main di PS gua. Tim main di PS dia. Damage-nya kecil, Cok. Waduh. Mana dia? Waduh. Ini apa anjir? Harus pakai apa, Cok? Oh. Buat nge-heal ya kan, Cok. Aduh, ngelek lagi. Dianya ngilang. Error tuh untuk menyerang. Harus pakai elektro, Cok. Astaga. Bentar. AR berapa, Bang? AR 52. 53. Baru naik, Cok. Gak sadar, anjir. Astaga, susah. Bentar, gua ganti tim. Pakai Dayona enggak sih? Gua Shogun aja dah. Buat ambil buffnya. Ada. Ini harus Tunggu 2 hari cok baru bisa lanjut Archon. 2 hari dalam game, bukan ini real. Kalau real mah ogah gua coy.
Illusion shattered. Teamwork is dreamwork. Truth repeats its course.
K doang damage gua anjir. H dodge.
Let's light it up.
Aduh, malas sekali cok yang beginian cok.
That's far enough.
Keyword ku aja yuk. Bentar bang. Bentar.
Torn to oblivion.
Pakai elektro kan. Raiden gua belum sakit coy. Waduh. Ini ngelek cok.
We'll see about that. Illusion
Debah. Temen lah. Dodge lagi. Hancur nggak tuh? Mana? Harus pakai apa, cok? Oh.
I'm going in. Shine down. Inazuma shines eternal.
30k doang, cok. Astaga. Dikit kali.
The wind rises.
Matilah. Astaga. Build gue masih belum bagus, hampir mati. Mana elektro.
Illusion shattered. Teamwork is dreamwork. Have fun with this gift.
Swollen fury.
Ngelek cok. Nggak kurang, darahnya nggak kurang.
You dare to gaze upon me?
Lah, udah mati bor. Baru ganti. Astaga. Ayolah, gua mau upgrade si Varusan, cuy. Satu lagi, cok. Bentar. Buku XP gua banyak gak sih? Waduh, tinggal itu, coy. 177. Kalau satu kali gitu lagi nggak bisa. Kalau lain nggak bisa, coy. Astaga, nunggu 2 hari gue malas cok nunggu cok. Gue quest lain dulu dah. Selagi nunggu 2 hari ya kan, 2 hari dalam game, jadi ya gue malas cok kalau skip harinya juga cuy. Ya sekalian buat nyicil quest yang lain. Aduh, hidung gua coy. Yay, Miko.
Well, hello there, young ones. What brings you to the shrine? It just so happens that I have a wonderful novel here. Oh? Well, we
Aduh.
just... No, not at all.
Lady Guji, what do you mean, nothing major? I'm begging.
It really is nothing major. I stand by that. Oh, but...
You two seem to have a good relationship with Guji. Here's what happened. My name is Kato Yohei, and my brother is Kato Shingo. All he's ever wanted is to become a swordmaster, so he once said Domon turned him away. Took one look at him and said, but since his victory,
Gua
he's
malas
back-
banyak.
You know, there really aren't as many evil spirits lurking around as you seem to
Ya,
think.
namun jago juga quest
Your
story.
brother, if it
Story
were me,
quest.
I'd just leave him be for a couple of days. They were...
No, Lady Guji. If you saw him for yourself, you'd know. I guarantee you, he's not acting
Oh, all right, all right. Then tell me.
about...
Fine.
Yes, Lady Guji. That's a long time for him to be acting up like this. Our greatest wish is to one day found our own school, just like Domon. We can't jeopardize that dream now.
Badan gua
Wait a
terasa
minute,
dingin
now I'm a
coy.
little confused. Are you here to save your brother, or...
Well, they're kinda two sides of this.
Whatever. Let me ask you this.
What? Room...
Oh dear.
Lady Guji, please stop changing the subject. This is someone's life we're...
Miko, he seems really desperate. This thing with his brother sounds really bad.
Okay, fine.
Yay, Miko! So you're gonna help him?
Kato, whatever your name was, these two guests are trusted acquaintances of mine, and in fact, they are experts in resolving all manner of strange and supernatural phenomena.
Yeah! Wait a sec!
Is that hesitation that I detect in your voice? So let me get this straight. You come begging to me for help.
Not at all, never. Whatever Lady Guji says, I trust wholeheartedly. Thank you two for your willingness to help. Please follow me.
No, hold on
Dadah.
a second, Miko!
It's a common trope in light
Jadi
novels,
pengusir setan,
right?
Cok.
Well,
Gua jadi
besides,
exorcist.
we both know... Alright, let's...
Ya elah.
What is going on here? Granted, you can never be quite sure what's going
Masih
on.
lama gak sih? Billing lagi ini mah.
Miko's mine, but she seems even more disinterested
Atau
than
gua skip
usual
aja,
in
Cok.
Yohi's
Gua
situation.
bingung. Mau skip ini atau
Well, a life's at stake here, so it looks like we'll have to deal with that first before we'll get the chance to ask her about the incantation stuff.
ke mana, coy? Astaga, hidung gua.
Strange. My brother's been meditating here pretty much constantly over...
Meditating?
Meditation.
Yeah, it's something that he's... But that's not...
Bentar, Cok.
This does pose a bit of a problem. If we can't find your brother, well, we can't perform an exorcism with nothing to exorcise, can we? Kato, whatever your name was, given the circumstances, why don't you start by going to find your brother and also picking up a handful of salt on your way? We'll need to use it during the exorcism.
Okay. Okay, got it. I'm on it.
Miko, what about us? Shouldn't we help look for his brother too?
No need. While What's-His-Face is handling that, we'll take a walk around and ask people what they know about the two brothers.
Sorry.
Maybe we'll find out some amusing details.
Gua ambil inhaler dulu. Teman gua on gak sih? Oh ya. Si ada hutau, Cok. Kok nggak sempat gacha hutau.
Hello, sir. We'd like to ask you about the Kato brothers.
Oh, are you debt collectors? Yohei said to tell you not to worry. He'll be able to...
Dikira debt collector, coy.
No, we're not. But, it sounds like Yohei...
Well, yes. I don't think there's any disputing that. Those two don't have an ounce of dedication between them. They just hop between ideas and won't.
Huh?
What?
But Yohei said his brother has always wanted to become a sword master.
That's true, yes. Shingo begged Domon to take him on, and eventually, he finally relented. But even after convincing a renowned sensei to give him a chance, he was the same as ever, bumming around in class instead of focusing on his training.
Pantesan ditolak
In the end,
tadi
Domon
ternyata.
had enough and kicked him out. But Shingo
Orangnya,
was
wah.
resentful of that. He blamed Domon for not seeing his
Padahal udah
potential.
dikasih kesempatan,
And even
Cok.
Wait, what?
Malah
That's not what we heard.
dicuekin.
Interesting. We heard a slightly different version. My brother wasn't about to resign himself to defeat. He trained every day as hard as he could and finally proved himself.
Yohei said that? That Shingo trained hard. That's ridiculous. He just lay there cussing to high heaven all day, every day. Yohei did tell me about Shingo winning the fight, but I took it with a grain of salt. You can ask Kenji at the village entrance more about that.
Aduh. Hidung gua mampet. Masih belum lagi kah? Astaga, ini baru 1 hari, Cok. Harus nunggu lagi.
Oh, you mean
Yeah, we heard that Shingo defeated an apprentice.
Yes, it's true. Wait, so
We're not here to sign up, but
well, you've come to the right person. I actually went to watch it. I thought it was a joke when I first heard that Shingo was going to challenge a disciple of the Meikyo Shisui art. But when he drew his sword, the way he handled his blade, it was like flowing water, mesmerizing to watch. Domon's disciple is...
is Shingo really that
Yep, he seemed pretty euphoric after winning the duel, too. He was celebrating very vocally, saying something like, "What a duel."
Any other details to share? We've heard that Shingo has been behaving.
I'd definitely say that he has more energy than he used to.
Yang benar yang mana, Cok? Yang satu bilang malas, yang ini sekarang bilang rajin.
But just yesterday, for example, I saw him cutting down trees for the village head. In the space of one afternoon, he did what most people couldn't finish in 3 days. Not only that, but he managed to fell a lavender melon tree with just...
Wow, sekali tendang.
Quite impressive.
Things got weird after that, though. The village head brought out some tofu for him, and he just flipped out. He shouted, "What is that stuff? Keep that away from me!" and then ran off.
Lady Guji, esteemed exorcists. Finally, I found my brother. He's at the waterfall, and I've got the salt you asked for, too. Come on.
Oh, as much as I'd prefer to stay and hear some more delicious details, I suppose we'd better be going now.
Padahal mau dengar lagi tuh ceritanya, Cok. Biar tahu kenyataannya. Si Kelly Chord. Ngelek, Cok. Damage gua nggak masuk, anjir.
Quit following me.
Oh, ini Kabuto.
Quit following me.
Ini gua heran.
Look over there. That's him.
Padahal ping gua lancar, Cok.
so this is Yohei's brother. Whoa. Hey, listen! He's talking to...
Woo! How's that? Can you feel the found your own school? Ha! So shallow.
Ya kok ngomong-ngomong sendiri. Gila kah?
I can't feel the man. I can't take any more. I'm gonna die.
Kasihan, coy.
Did you hear that? All the nonsense aside, he's going for help.
Huh? Who?
He stood up.
No, don't come any Help!
What do we do? Miko, think of something!
Oh, poor Yooo Hai, your brother's life is hanging in the balance, and he's using his final breaths to call on you for help. Whatever.
Waduh.
Well,
the way it looks to me is that Shingo feels terribly resentful to you about something.
I don't know what to tell you.
You don't know. But surely you should have more insight than Yooo Hai. I suggest you think very carefully before you open your mouth again. Your brother is your closest relative. You must have noticed straight, and yet 5 whole days pass before it occurs to you to come and seek help from me.
But
As you wish. It's fine
Pasti
by
yang
me
dia
if you don't want to tell the
sembunyiin,
truth. But after Shingo dies, you'll be next. It's futile trying to escape.
Anjir,
Anywhere in the
ditakut-takutin loh.
world you run to, it will be right behind your back. After all, you did summon it together.
Waduh.
All right, I'll talk. I'll tell you everything. My brother and I used a witch. Yes, that's it. The one that's all the rage right now. You just have to recite an incantation at midnight and your wish will be granted.
Udah kayak dukun, Cok.
Just like the book
Baca mantra
described.
tengah
We drew the
malam
magic symbol,
buat
stepped
minta
inside it barefoot at
something,
midnight,
tapi
said the
ujung-ujungnya harus ada
incantation,
kiumbal.
and lo and behold, after my brother wished
Harus
to
ada
become
TB,
a
Cok.
swordmaster, it really worked. Out of nowhere, he suddenly had these because I was worried that if he goes back to normal, if that happens, it would ruin our plans to start a
Parah
martial arts
sekali,
school.
kenapa harus
We'd be
pakai
back to
jalan
being
gitu,
poor.
coy?
I just wanted to keep this under wraps until we'd managed to
Kenapa
get the
nggak
dojo
latihan
set up.
gitu?
So then, why'd
Nggak
you
training
go to the
sampai
shrine?
to be
'Cause
strong.
the way he's acting now, I was worried that rumors might start spreading that he's gotten involved in the occult arts or something.
Malah
And
pakai
then no
jalan
one would want to
pintas,
sign up as his
ujung-ujungnya kayak gini.
disciple.
Astaga.
So I was thinking that maybe Lady Gucci might have a way to get my brother back to normal, but let him keep his sword.
My,
Ya,
look
ya,
at you
kayak
with
orang
your
dalam yang mau
ingenious
cari.
schemes. Stop deluding yourself. These newfound sword skills.
You're
Cari
right.
rekan
You're right.
kerja, pakai jabatannya. Oh, sebagai orang dalam, nggak tahu orang yang dia
Toss the salt and then
kerjakan
draw
itu,
your sword.
ya nggak bisa apa-apa. Terus yang dia yang nanggung sendiri kayak gini nih.
What is that?
Wow.
It's the spirit.
See that? That's what you summoned. And look, now that Shingo's no use, it's coming straight for you.
Ditakutin, Cok.
Save me!
Miko, he fainted.
We do nothing. But you, little one, just a quick fight and this...
Who's this? Huh? Come on.
He's coming.
Medeo. Sini lo, Cok. Sini. Ternyata kurang, nggak ngurang kok ada. Ngelek.
There is no escape. Get out of here.
Medeo, awas.
Too late for regrets.
Wuch.
Wall and Fury.
Mampus lo.
Wretched vermin.
Nah,
That was great. I haven't felt this great in a long, long time.
lah. Akhirnya ada menghilang. Baru kali ini gua lihat orang
We can talk about it.
orang bertarung sama hantu, Cok.
Shingo, are you all right?
Ada juga ya pertarungan sama hantu kayak
I
gitu,
had the
Cok.
weirdest. I dreamed that I wasn't a useless loser with this. I thought we could finally open a dojo of our own now. But then I realized I couldn't control my own body. And there was this voice. I was terrified and I wanted to take control of my body back, but I couldn't. And the voice kept talking about...
Shingo, we shouldn't have made that wish. We summoned a spirit and it...
Yes, and had we not come to
Ngapa
your rescue,
suruh?
Thank you, Lady Guji. And thank you for...
All right, take. He will experience a high... At this point, I would...
Yes, we understand.
Thank you. We'll be on our way then.
Itu ada helichord yang turun, Cok.
They
Ada helichord yang turun di
scare
ini.
them a little though.
Dekat air.
Saw it all for
Air
yourself.
terjunnya,
I'm sure
astaga.
you can figure out what kind
Itu
of
turun
spirit
atau?
had possessed him, can't you? Correct. Although it possessed Shingo, it didn't have any ill intentions. As a matter of fact, it actually seemed...
Fair enough. But
Tossing salt caused it to temporarily leave Shingo's body. Then, you exhausted its strength,
Garam lo.
even if we'd done nothing at... Of course.
Lemparin garam langsung keluar tuh hantu,
Seems like
Cok.
we've wrapped up
Astaga.
hold on, Miko.
Gua sih nggak percaya ngegituan, Cok.
Everything's wrapped up.
Masa lemparin
You
garam
mean you
langsung
disagree?
keluar, Cok.
Oh, you mean that they got the incantation from that...
Actually, that book's the whole reason we came looking for you at the shrine today. Incantations seem really
Human beings don't have powers like us yokai. It's quite understandable for them to be interested in
That's not the point. The problem is that the incantations in the book are actually...
Even then, humans only have so much strength. Even if they do successfully summon a spirit with the incantation, it won't stay with them.
But who wrote this book? And why? Don't we... What do you think, Traveler? You're right. Big events in the light novel market should be a...
Mungkin si penulis
Lady
buku
Yai,
sih
I finally found
si
you.
Yai.
Kuroda, what are you...
I'm here to report on Yai Publishing House's sales for the last month. All the number...
Let me see. What?
Yes. Overall bestseller, readers' favorite, and trending ranking. We're being... One book is topping the charts. It's called A First-Hand Guide...
Both of you, back here
Ternyata
now.
bukan
Nico? What is it?
bukan Nico yang nulis.
Things just got serious. A first-hand guide to summoning spirits is an all-round hit, summarily beating the Just what is that supposed to mean? I worked extremely hard to promote our latest featured work, and now a rival... I have to come up with a counterplan. Paimon, please. Who wrote this book and why?
Tapi siapa yang
Don't we
masukin
think there
ke
might be a
buat
bigger
apanya?
safety risk here? Oh, am I to take it that the safety of the people of Inazuma isn't so...
What just happened?
Nothing's wrong, okay? Come on.
Kenapa suruh
We're
salah
going
bicara
to war.
tadi?
I'm going to head back and make some preparations.
Tuh, Cok, ada helichord, Cok. Ini masih hidup atau? Udah mati.
We'll see about that.
Iya, Cok, udah mati dia. Udah tepar.
Dare to mess with me?
Hey, ada quest baru, Cok. So, insinyur dari Fontaine sedang mengadakan penelitian yang lumayan. Nanti dah. Nanti gua streaming quest baru, Cok. Baru muncul, anjir. Udah. Astaga, parah kali. Widih, ada event baru loh. Tuh, event yang lama. Ini Windbloom berapa hari lagi tuh? Oh, 5 hari loh. 5 hari lagi udah. Padahal event Windbloom masih 5 hari baru end. Baru kelar, udah ada event baru loh. Mantap kali, Cok. Dapat primo gratis lagi, Cok. Soalnya ya gua player to pay, jadi seneng kali cok. Nah lo. Ada lagi sebelah situ cok, harus ngumpulin 8. 2 lagi, 1 lagi. Udah kelar. What? Ngelek cok. Lumayan sih dapat chest. Kayaknya depan sana ada kue, ada puzzle, ada puzzle. Udah, jangan summon dulu. Sempat di cok, puzzle-nya udah kelar cok. Astaga. Parah kali anjir, padahal cuma yang gua hit musuhnya, puzzle-nya juga kelar cok. Mantap lah. Astaga. Puzzle-nya langsung kelar loh. Parah. Mungkin itu yang dinamakan hoki cok. Bentar, gue mau kemana ya? Oh, nggak butuh. Kok nggak butuh sih? Sini. Bentar, sebelum itu tambah darah dulu cok. Dan ya, gue mau lawan bos lagi buat ini. Apreci Farusan. Astaga. Farusan di world. Bosnya sih nggak terlalu gimana, tapi harus ada elektro cok. Oke, buff kayaknya biar cepat. Ini anemo. Oke deh. Yang ini dah. Wadah.
There is no escape. The wind rises.
Damage gua cuma 10k doang, anjir. Build-nya jelek kali, cok. Soalnya ada defense, cok. Hancurlah. Nice. Mana?
Shine down.
Mungkin enggak tuh.
I'm going in. Truth repeats its course. Cry louder.
20k coy. Tumben kali damage gua kayak gitu. Oh, jangan putarin gua, cok.
Illusion shattered.
Oh, ganti si Benny lah.
Following me.
Nice.
Everybody stand back. Torn to oblivion.
50. Dikit kali itu mah.
There is no escape.
Mampus. Enggak dong. Mampuslah, Cok. Mampuslah. Oi. Akhirnya bisa benci Farusan. Waduh, harus cari yang ini 10 lagi. Habis loh. Aduh. Waduh. Waduh. Ini hari Selasa, Cok. Domainnya nggak buka ini mah. Kira-kira ada nggak sih di invent gua? Mana itu? Di sini kan, gua ada. Tapi cuma dapat 1 doang, coy. Gua butuh berapa tadi? Gua lupa. 4 kayaknya. Si Shogun juga talentnya belum gua upgrade. Apalagi si ini Wanderer. Padahal main ini gua, Cok, main DPS. Gua skip aja dah. Lama kali, Cok. Udah nggak sih?
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
Nah, pertanyaan tanpa jawaban.
Today's the big day. Let's go to the Grand
Iya, Paimon, jangan banyak kacot. Au. Nggak enak kali, Cok, main di mode ini, main grafik udah paling rendah pula, kabur gitu, Cok. Tapi dinaikin juga parah sih. Ya mau nggak mau, coy. Ya, udah nasib. Udah pada ngumpul loh.
Everybody's already here. Looks like we're the last ones to arrive.
Paimon sih banyak bacot jadi telat, Cok.
There you are.
Well, look who finally decided to show up.
You look like you came here immediately after finishing up some work. I'm very...
But we're not late, are we? It's just that everyone else arrived ahead of time.
I propose that the last one who arrived be put in charge of today's speeches.
Nah, there won't be any speeches today.
Oh, really?
Come join us over here. Let's share some.
Everything looks quite good.
Wow, Paimon can't wait.
Ada si Paimon tukang makan, Cok. Murah gua hampir habis bikin cuma buat bayarin Paimon makan. Pemandu gak guna, Cok.
Wow, it's so delicious.
The food was specially prepared for you by everyone in the Grand Bazaar. And we have gifts that were sent by the residents of Sumeru City when they heard we. Everyone that came said that you saved Sumeru and wanted me to thank you all on their behalf.
Feels kind of nice to be seen as a hero.
Being a bodyguard is also a hero's job. You've...
My lady sure has a way with words. Thanks.
And I'm happy to meet everyone that participated in the great plan.
Don't mention it.
Wait, inhaler gua mana?
Come to think of it, we've really done something impressive together. It's unbelievable.
We owe it to our abilities. And luck.
Really? Why do I remember everybody thinking that luck was against us and feeling like we hardly had a chance of succeeding?
That's how I remember it too.
It's luck that brought us together, and it was luck that let us form a team. Then, it took even more luck for us to formulate. Moreover, judging from the results,
Yeah, everyone gave it their all when it mattered most. It was almost like a performance. We took the stage and put on our best show. Everyone played their part, and thanks to everyone's efforts, the performance was a great success.
So, would you say we're good actors too?
It's such a blessing that Lesser Lord Kusanali was able to return to...
Yes, even after being abandoned and neglected so many times, she's finally returned. Lesser Lord Kusanali once seized all her power in a great disaster, which resulted in her losing all her wisdom and
Kasihan
memories.
kali, Cok. Archon di
It should be
Sumeru.
something everybody should remember. You look surprised.
Diserang sama warganya
No,
sendiri,
everything you said is
Cok.
correct.
Good.
Something wrong?
Yeah, what's with that face? You knew all of this already.
Even if those two giants of the academia are here, I still have to... Those sages really have some nerve. 500 years ago, Lesser Lord Kusanali used all her power for the people of Sumeru, and...
Well, mereka jadi lupa, Cok, sama Great Lord itu. Lupa lagi namanya, coy.
If you bite the hand that feeds you, don't act surprised when it turns into a knuckle sandwich, right, Sino?
Perhaps I shouldn't say this, but their treatment of Lesser Lord Kusanali calls for a more severe punishment.
You could simply tell Lesser Lord Kusanali that you wish to have Azar and his accomplices
I respect our deity's decision, and won't interfere in any... While we're on this topic, why didn't you accept the Academia's invitation to become the Grand...
Are you trying to say that I'm fit to be a sage?
Not at all. But every person handling the selection process has said that you are the most suitable candidate to lead the Academia right now.
Why? Because he dethroned Azar from power?
Could you try to put it another way? This is a good thing, yet you're making it sound like I overthrew Azar for my own personal gain.
But seriously though, I always wondered if you had some personal motives behind it.
I did have my own motive,
Gitu
but it
amat
had
sih,
nothing to do with it.
Nathan.
If the rules of our nation were suddenly cast by the wayside, then it wouldn't be long until chaos ensued. I had no...
By that, you mean your life working as the Academia's scribe.
Precisely.
Wait, so that's the only reason why you joined us and came up with all the...
It's reason enough.
You've certainly got quite the...
You flatter me.
All right then. How about you? You've already
That's right.
Will you be happy?
Mahamatra.
It's not about being
Sino.
happy.
Even so, keep your spirits up and try to be happy, okay? And try to smile more every day, just like I'm doing now.
Thank you.
Ya, teman
I'll
gua
keep that
nggak
in mind.
online. Bicara dengan teman yang
I seldom participate in such lively gatherings, but the atmosphere here is quite... No. This gathering
Halo,
today
halo
has a
juga
unique
Sofia
mood.
Rika.
The Grand Bazaar is lively because that happiness is an emotion that'll be forever. I seem to have taken both
Hi.
keys when I left the house.
Sorry. Oh,
My lady, the grilled...
Yes, I also tried some fruit just now. What an amazing...
You said it. Oh, look who else is here.
Hello.
kapan Cok domainnya si Wanderer kebuka, Cok? Soalnya gua mau cari ini. Astaga. Mau cari item buat upgrade si Wanderer, talent Wanderer gua, cuy.
It's the first time. You see, make sure you live it up tonight.
Ah,
I'm honored to have
bisa
her think
bantu
of me
quest
this
cari
way.
bulu di kabut. Boleh sih, bentar. Kalau mau, tulis aja ID-nya nanti. Gua add. Gue sama di situ udah kelar juga sih.
Hey, what's wrong? Your head is starting to droop.
Lah, nah pas si Aether, oi.
Paimon will go find something delicious for you to eat. You wake up, of course. Just wait.
Paimon datang baiknya, datang yang jeleknya yang bikin kesel. Astaga. Lah kok waktunya kayak berhenti gitu, cuy.
It's me.
Nahida. Dasar.
You may blame me for being a bit too self-indulgent. I was thinking about talking with you.
Kalau masih sibuk lain kali aja, Bang. Nggak sih? Kok nggak sibuk sih? Gue cuma mau bosan aja ini. Gue aja nggak tahu mau ngapain, coy. Gue mau lanjut Archon sih, mau, tapi kalau udah kelar nantinya bingung mau ngapain, cok. Kalau bingung ngapain nggak tahu ngapain lagi itu mah kalau udah kelar Archon. Jadi
You said I should go think everyone is myself, right? So
kawaii ya, tapi nanti Nahida kan bakalan rerun kalau nggak salah di 3.6 banner berikut katanya sih. Gue cuma lihat di ini, lihat dari youtuber lain, katanya dia bakalan rerun, tapi gue masih belum yakin sih.
No, of course not. Are you?
Tapi yang gua tunggu si Songli.
Yes.
Lesser
Lord
Kusanali.
I took the liberty of occupying the traveler's body so that I could thank all of you in person. Thank you so much for rescuing me, even if that meant placing your own safety in peril and taking the risk of becoming enemies with the academia, the sages, without you.
Bentar, Cok.
Without any of you.
Mau ke toilet dulu, bentar. Mau ke toilet dulu. Astaga. Oke guys, sorry gue ke toilet tadi. Buang.
People refer to you as the heroes who managed to rescue a god. I'm quite fond of this name. It not only explains your identities, but also bears witness to your relation. Please, allow me to present to you my most sincere gratitude.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, you have done so much for Sumeru, and I didn't even have to.
Dingerzad, the suffering you endured during your illness is also proof of you being with me and praying for me. Thank you.
You don't need to be so ceremonious. It's always been my duty to protect you.
This is how the relationship between the Academia and Dendro Archon should be. We just did what was necessary and set things back on the right path.
You're an Archon, but you act so humble. You really don't need to be so polite with us.
I'm honored to have been able to take part in this plan. I hoped you liked the dance.
Thank you, all of you. Thank you so much.
Suara Nahida kayak gimana ya? Suara hidung coy. Ya. Suasana hangat perbincangan dan gurauan berlangsung sampai larut malam. Buduh. Dan pesta berakhir dengan sempurna. Perfecto.
Are you awake? Did you rest well? After Nahida left, you ate a lot of food. You've become a glutton.
Itu masih belum apa-apa kalau dibanding sama Paimon. Seginya orang rakus parah.
She should be in the Academia right about now.
Si V, nggak on coy. Teman gua over juga. Astaga. Ada di atas pula. Bisa nggak sih terbang ke atas, Cok?
Too slow.
Pede.
Wait, you two! Just a moment, please.
Just a moment,
You're
please.
the traveler in Paimon, right? I thought you two looked familiar. It's a pleasure to meet you. Do you have a moment? There's something I'd like to discuss with you. My name is Nabil. I'm a Matra in the Academia. You're friends with Sino, right? I've heard him mention you before. Currently, Sino is out investigating a case involving smuggled canned knowledge. It's been days since we've last heard from him.
Oh no. Do you think he's in trouble?
Well, to be completely honest, it's pretty hard to imagine anything that could pose a threat to Sino. But since we haven't heard from... Word has it that you two are brave, smart, and extremely capable adventurers.
Ini mic gua aman atau
Do you
enggak
think
sih?
you could lend us a hand and help investigate the smuggling?
Takutnya rada berlebihan ini suaranya. Jadi
Large amounts of canned knowledge from unknown origins have been appearing on the market recently. Sino suspected that there's a secret route. According to some research, using large amounts of canned knowledge could lead to some serious consequences. And, unfortunately, rumors also have it that some particularly dangerous canned knowledge has made its way into the market. Regardless of whether the last we heard from Sino, he was investigating somewhere outside Sumeru City. It seems that he had found some leads at the time.
Sounds like we better go look for
Punten
him.
puh. Nanda Norman, halo Nanda. Adah. Lah. Bentar. Oh. Gua pikir quest gua bergantian, Cok.
Following me.
Gua pikir bakalan ke Sino di luar Sumeru.
Too slow.
Astaga. Ini nggak frame nggak sih? Come on lah. Jauh kali.
Quit following me.
Muter-muter coy.
Quit following me.
Quest pun Archon quest. Yap, Archon quest. Waduh, ngelek ini mah. Lah. Waduh. Lagi Archon quest sebentar. Kok itunya muncul, Cok? Ini bakalan ngapain ini mah? Soalnya ini baru pertama gua sampai sini Archon
Hello,
quest.
traveler in Paimon. What a fantastic night. I'm still immersed in all the happiness and joy. So are we. And that's why. Is there anything you want to know?
Everything you want to know?
Is that where you're headed next? Fontaine, the nation
Bangsa
of
keadilan.
justice?
Wah, turun main Genshin.
I know.
Ya,
That nation operates in the
ini aja aku masih belum ngerti, cuy.
No, there's chief justice in Fontaine.
Kalau mau tutor ada sih satu teman gua yang udah
Fossilor will still make
udah
herself
jago
present
main
in just
Genshin.
about every trial. As Archon,
Dia yang ngajarin gua main di game,
reserves
coy.
the right to influence the... Anyway, let's just say she's got
Nah, dia masih koma. Gua kan sekarang spesial.
I know you have many misgivings about him, but as someone who
Iya, coy, teman gua yang ngajarin gua main.
there, his future will be determined.
Nah, itu aja dah.
Are you sure? Isn't there? Huh? About your sister.
Wah, what?
While you were resting at Gandharvaville, I took some time to perform an Irminsul search.
Kok Nahida bisa tahu ya kalau si Ether ini mau nyari adiknya?
Yeah, isn't Irminsul a repository for all the information and memories of Tevat? So there shouldn't be anything on him or... This is true.
Yang kasus
your
benar,
case.
yang sebenarnya tidak membaikan
Irminsul
apa-apa.
indeed doesn't. However, there must be something different about your sister. Because as it turns out, what? There is only one possible explanation. She belongs to this world. But nothing about this makes any sense.
Aneh kali, cok. Bukannya mereka ini dari dunia lain, dari world lain, bukan dari Tevan kok.
According to the records I was able to access, your sibling suddenly appeared in Conria. After the Conria disaster, she began her journey through the 7 nations of Tevat. But just as her journey was about to reach its conclusion, the Irminsul What do you mean, Fuzzy? All I know for sure is that somebody, for reasons only they can know, is deliberately
Sesungguhnya
obfuscating her
mengaburkan
fate.
takdirnya.
And whoever it is, if they can do that, who knows what else they're capable of.
Mungkin dewa yang itu yang pertama yang halangin mereka mungkin. Yang ngilangin ini, yang buat apa itu lupa namanya. Bingung lah. Gitu kayak gitulah. Saya juga tidak mengolongkan kalian sebagai salah satu.
What's a descender? Paimon's never heard. Look, I'm sure you must be curious about the information I received from the Fatui. A very important part of the intel was about this world's descenders, external beings, ones that
memang si
don't
Nahida?
belong to this world.
Genosisnya genosis yang punya dia dikasih ke Fatui kah? Oh, enggak sempat lihat soalnya. Kamu ada di scan keempat di what? Scan dari keempat, huh?
So the Fatui count 3 other descenders before the traveler? That's right. My current hypothesis is that the first descender was likely what we now... As for the other descenders, I still need to verify their existence. Paimon's head's about to burst listeners from all this crazy new information. And yet, even knowing all this, I'm sure you must still have a lot of unanswered questions.
Kabarnya seorang keren aku tidak bisa membuat bukan sebagai dewa perfect.
There are many questions in my heart as well.
Perlu
I
waktu
will
untuk
need some time to
membereskan.
go through each one of them. And soon, you'll also begin your journey anew and depart. I'm very interested in your future. It's a journey that can't be observed or recorded by this world. If fate is the ultimate knowledge, then
Bukan
your
nasib
future will be
maupun
the
jadi
ultimate
nasib
fate.
terakhir.
I'm sure glad we got to meet you, Nahida. The pleasure is all mine. I can't thank you. Alright, that's enough talking today. If you ever miss me, just close your eyes. And maybe I'll appear in your dreams.
Si Nahida. Wih, udah kelar.
You must have a whole
Dapat IF enggak? Enggak dong. Harus quest Archon Cup bagian 2. Hei, quest gua ada di mana kah? Waduh, masih jauh lagi cuk. Pertemuan yang ditakdirkan. Waduh, parah.
Like, about these descenders. So, does that just mean people like you?
Kapan ini kelarnya, cok? Gak bosan, cok. Gak ada bosan, cok. Bosan kali, cok. Teman kali juga nggak on, astaga.
And as for your sister, so many questions. Let's go find Nahida and see what else we can
Bicara dengan Mas Rur. Waduh. Halo Mas Rur. Hampir salah baca, cok. Nggak tahu, lo tahu nggak? Gua hampir baca apa? Gua hampir baca itulah.
Come on, serious suggestions, please. I'm not trying to write a thriller here. It's a...
Well, if it's facts and logic you're after, you shot yourself in the foot with your choice of
Apaan
research topic, didn't
sih?
you?
Pagi-pagi.
Yeah, well, this is my teacher's area of research. I can't change that. But it's fascinating enough with I want to write my essay on something interesting, and I'm in...
Yes, you came to me. So,
Did one of them just mention Tatara soon? Is it just Paimon, or is it kinda unusual for someone in Sumeru to want to write a paper about that? Great! Let's go find out what this Tatara Suna mystery is all about.
Waduh, keajaiban bagian 3. Udah berapa lagi sih? Astaga. Kapan cok domain si Wanderer kebuka cuy? Astaga, gua mau.
Alright, I guess I'll go with my tech... if only we knew where to find From what they say about him, this seems like the kind of thing he'd know about.
Oi.
oh,
Nih.
you're the trap.
Hey, what's with that face? Don't believe us?
No, of course I believe you. Actually, I first heard about your great exploits when I was still in Inazuma. This is my first time coming face to face with you and your mysterious silver-haired companion. I couldn't believe my luck, and out of force of habit, I
Si
started,
Paimon.
examining the evidence. Sorry.
So what, for the love of... Sorry, we don't get out much, so our social skill... Traveler, I hear you've helped many people a great deal and been to many places. Would you be able to tell us about Tatara Suna?
Tarasuna yang mana ya? Gua lupa loh.
In fact, we only came over here because we heard you talking about...
I see. My teacher chose this area of research as a personal challenge. He said it's difficult to get into because even Inazumans don't know much about Tatarasuna's past. But
if you don't mind, I'd love to show you all my outline for the book I'm writing about Tatarasuna.
Hold on, Sawada. Don't you think that's a bit of a deep dive for a first read?
Well, fair point. In that case, please ease yourselves in.
Let me give you some background. This all started with the discovery of some records in Tatarasuna. The writings mentioned someone by the name of Mikoshi Nagamasa, but in the end, he threw it into a fire to destroy it, and killed his servant Katsuragi. Why? Apart from the swordmaker, his servant, and the one who wrote this all down, the records also mention a kabuki mono. This seems to be an Inazuman word for...
That's right. Akaba's teacher has spent quite some time researching these events on the ground. This kabuki mono lived in Tatarasuna for a while before disappearing without a trace. And shortly afterwards, as Akaba mentioned, things got pretty...
So first this strange person goes missing, then a murder happens?
Yes, my thoughts exactly.
Astaga, banyak kali percakapannya, Cok. Banyak kali.
And wow, did I get lucky?
Stop shouting!
This part's important. I just wanted to make it stand out. It just so happens that a friend of mine works at the government records office. He looked into it for me, and I can now confirm that all the aforementioned individuals did, in fact, live in Inazuma over 400... Even back then, Tatarasuna was already at the center of Inazuma's smelting industry. The man in charge was a government
gue penasaran, Cok, sama anime yang ini.
It seems like he went missing.
Genshin Impact. Anime Genshin yang katanya tahun ini rilisnya, tapi gue kurang tahu kapan sih. Penasaran juga, Cok. Katanya itu bakalan ceritain tentang 500 tahun lalu, dimana Kanaria bakalan hancur. Klan Kaedehara, bukannya itu klannya si Kazuha.
Oh, yes, of course. How could I forget? Brace your minds, ladies and gents, for they are about to be blown.
Get to the point, for Pete's sake.
According to information acquired by Akaba's teacher, the kabuki mono was not a human, but a puppet.
Gue pengen punya Archon, semua Archonnya, Cuk. Archon seharusnya memerintahi nama sama. Pasti benar.
Aha! Judging by the looks on your faces, you do know something after all.
No! Paimon just meant... how creepy!
Berarti
The way you described it makes it sound like a
Mono
ghost
itu
story.
si Wanderer.
It does. But considering that non-human races in Inazuma are by no means uncommon, spooky events are to be expected. And that's exactly what my book is about. Please, take a look.
Kayak sekitar pukul 3 sore ini ada suara yang tiba-tiba keras. Tiba kita ada Selamat juga. Dari kejauhan dia melihat para pekerja di depannya. Panjang kali bacanya, Cok. Skip aja.
And please read my essay draft as well. Sawada was encouraging me to follow his more creative approach.
Panas sekali, Cok, bacanya, cuy. Panjang kali, astaga.
I think explaining everything away with mysterious forces will cut it. Oh, how about if I plug the holes in Sawada's narrative with political intrigue? Like, I could put a turf war between rival factions at the center of the whole series of events.
Wait, you're not just...
Ngobrol aja terus, Cok.
Pretty sure you've gone from essay to guessay there.
Akaba, look. Your teacher has researched this extensively. I've reached out to everyone I could think of. Whatever information we have now is all that there is to know. This is as much detail as you're ever going to get. Besides, if there really was a political power struggle going on at anything like the level you seem to be suggesting, what hope would we ever have of finding out the truth?
Good point. Okay, back to the drawing board, I guess. Give me some time.
We have some other stuff to do, so we'll have to say goodbye for now. Good luck with your essay.
All right, thank you. If you find out any more info about all this, please do let me.
Dala. Kabur aja, Cok.
Hey, so that thing they were talking about, it has to do with the balladeer, doesn't it?
Yap, baladir.
Okay, then even if we did know something about it, we probably, after all, we kicked his butt and got him locked up. Information about people like that is usually super comforting. If you ask Paimon, Akaba should just pick a different topic. There must be as many essay topics as there are trees in the forest. There's no point in...
Oh, itu siapa, coy?
Hey, did you see that? He literally just went by, over there. It looked like...
Siapa ya? Wah, wih, baladir, wanderer, Cok.
Oh, quick, let's catch up and see.
Kenapa ya? Skinnya beda sama yang ini. Yang karakter yang ini mah. Yang punya kita, coy. Beda kali skinnya. Ah, please lah, udah bisa lah. Aduh, gua lupa edit lagi naik botnya.
Quit following me.
Traveler, Paimon, there you are. Nahida, bad news. We just saw the balladeer strolling
Dia lagi jalan di depan umum. Dia kabur tuh. Ah, itu dia. Tentu saja kamu sih.
I know you must have a lot of questions. Please, it was my idea to set the balladeer free. We made a deal, and he's gonna do some investigating. A deal? Huh. You sure you trust this?
What did you expect? Why do you think Sumero would keep me around
Si Paimon muda kali,
Or
Cok.
maybe killing me is all you can think about.
Curiga.
But if that's the case, why haven't you done it already?
Don't flatter yourself. It was...
Masih ada beberapa misteri dalam dirimu yang harus dibicarakan.
So if it were up to you, you'd finish the job? Guess I had you all wrong. There I was thinking you were just getting cold feet.
Well, that escalated quickly. Not a good
Si
start.
Paimon suka kali manas.
Paimon's worried about you, Nahida. Don't let him trick you.
It's not every day you see people questioning the god of wisdom's judgment.
Don't you dare try to drive a wedge, but as long as the terms are reasonable, I don't think there's a problem in making a deal, even with the balladeer.
Well, I for one have no reason to doubt you, considering you even struck a deal with the doctor.
Yes, one in which I gained
Gue penasaran sama kekuatan si Fatui Harbinger. Harbinger apa itu? Kayak gitulah. Gue penasaran sama kekuatan masing-masing dari mereka, Cok. Yang dikasih lihat di ini baru Wanderer, Signora, sama si Child. Sama yang lain gue masih Harbinger. Oh ya, Harbinger.
It seems as if the doctor had no intention of welcoming back losers.
Sometimes it's you using them, other times it's them using you. Most human relationships are this way. Certainly all the stable ones are. That's how it was between me and the Fatui, and also between each of the Harbingers. So as long as you have some value to offer, nobody will ever abandon you. But after recent events, even I have to admit that I'm not worth quite what I used to be. Well, if the Fatui are gonna reevaluate my utility, I need to have a backup plan for myself.
As we discussed, I don't like causing harm to living beings, and you said you need protection.
I think these two have made their objection to that
Kostum
idea
si
fairly
Wanderer
clear,
yang ini lumayan
don't you?
bagus loh.
And they're your friends. So
Warna
I guess
hitam,
you'll be
coy.
siding with them.
Yeah,
Pernah gelap gitu.
Nihira, don't listen to him. Then let's put that discussion to the side for now. Today can be a trial run. Where we go from here will depend on...
All right. Then I'll do what we agreed.
Good. Go now, and keep in touch. Nihira, are you... Yes. I have my reasons for this decision. In fact, I'm largely doing it for your benefit.
What?
Yes. As I told you once before, there's information... Oh, yeah. Actually, that's the whole reason we came to see you today. So, you have an update on that? Mm-hmm. You may remember me mentioning that the Fatui had not included your twins' details in the Descender category. It's possible that the Fatui have other information that even I don't know about. And since the Balladeer used to be one of them, he'll be better acquainted with them. He was granted the power to connect with Irminsul when he almost became the god of a new era. Even though he no longer has Gnosis, some traces of its power remain in him. The amount of information in Irminsul is vast beyond description. Sifting through all of it without knowing what to look for would take too long. So I asked the Balladeer to search in Irminsul for any information about the Descenders. He's more familiar with this kind of information. And exactly!
Lo nggak tahu kalau si Nahida bisa baca pikiran orang, Cok.
I understand. But sometimes, how things will go in the future depends on what information he brings back. And Traveler, I know what your heart desires.
Halo, aku sub baru. Halo juga.
Our minds have connected several times before.
Gua bingung mau baca VTuber ID. Wih, ada VTuber, Cok. Hai. Welcome.
The Balladeer can give you the answers you've been longing to find, then it's worth it. It's my pleasure, really. You're Sumeru's hero.
Gua nggak tahu kenapa overlay Streamlabs gua nggak muncul. Oh, ada. Thank you banget udah subscribe.
I was gonna contact you about that, but then you suddenly showed up on your own accord. Seems like we have a telepathic connection. In fact,
Thank you.
I was going to ask you to supervise the Balladeer on my behalf while he carries out the task I assigned, even though he only has a fraction of his full power left. That's still a fraction of a former Harbinger. If you could accompany him, it would put my mind at ease. Of course, I'll be there to help guide you through Irminsul from the outside. Thank you. Prepare yourselves. I'm going to transport you into Irminsul.
Gua dipindah. Apa sih? Gua bingung, Cok. Aduh, internet. Nanti aku bagi share di temanku. The Zoomers. Wah, The Zoomers. The Zoomers tuh salah satu YouTuber kesukaan gua, Cok. Gua sedang kali lihat ini video dia. Bantu. Oh, thank you. The Zoomers lo, Bang Hans.
I understand that prisoner.
Asik kali loh video dia yang The 4 itu. Gua sedang kali nontonnya.
Temporary release. So maybe you should think about backing off a little.
Sounds like a successful rendezvous. I need to be quite clear about something.
Aku temannya kok. Wah, beneran nih. Wah.
Irminsul's inner region consists exclusively of torrents of information. I'll give you that. You make it sound like you're even more experienced.
Beneran kok, malahan aku pernah collab juga sama Epun, weh. Iya kak. Widih, mantap kali. Astaga. Wah, gua tahu channelnya Bang Hans mulai dari Secret Neckbore itu. Wah, gue asik kali videonya, Cok.
Irminsul access granted. Initiating connection procedure.
Weh, gue masuk ke dalam apa ini? Waduh, jaringan gua drop. Internet gua drop. Sorry kalau ngelek. Soalnya gitu, gua masih pakai hotspot HP, Cok. Belum punya wifi. Jadi kesusahan gua kalau streaming pun. Kalau jaringan bagus baru gua stream. Kalau jelek yang gak mungkin lah. Astaga. Bentar. Gua mau ke toilet lagi, Cok. Mau pipis. Buang air. Yowes, I'm back. Nanti aku bantu share ya di Discord-nya. Oke, thank you. Weh. Waduh. Kalau beneran Bang Hans muncul, waduh. Bisa grogi gue, Cok.
Pick your jaws up off the floor. It's time to go.
Why is it that Paimon just wants to do the opposite of everything he says?
Lesser Lord Kusanali,
sekarang
we
mau.
will now proceed to the heart of Irminsul.
Untung gua ada dia, jadi gampang kalau explore.
Yes.
Yeah.
Permission to begin searching for information there?
Permission granted. Go ahead.
Let's go. Stay close. Don't go running off.
Hey, so say we did go running off in here.
Paimon ngeselin kali, Cok. Banyak nanya.
I was just imagining the look on your travel companion's face if you went and got lost. Anything's possible in here. You can't rule anything out. So if you want to stay safe, your best option is to stick close to me.
Itu siapa? Malah adik gua.
These sapling things have spread out.
Those are all packets of information from inside Irminsul. Be careful not to touch them.
Jangan dipegang. Jangan disentuh itu mah. Walah, tadi gua sentuh, Cok. Lah pasti dia pasti lebih tahu lah soalnya. Masih grogi kah? Yoi. Ya. Grogi kali, coy.
There's a time and a place to lie, but this definitely isn't it. So why don't you relax your guard a little?
Si Paimon banyak baca, Cok. Ngeselin kali si Paimon.
We're here.
Bentar.
Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Good, you made it.
Terusan ngelek, banyak notifikasi di HP aku. Kapanpun siap.
Preparing to access copies of currents. Establishing waypoint.
The Balladeer's actually doing what Nahida tells him. Guess he must want to stay alive.
Pertama cari yang ngobrol sekarang
The
benar-benar
rest is up to you. If you discover anything at all, make sure to share it with us.
Will do.
Oke.
Huh. For once, we're the ones with nothing to do. Oh, Paimon, would you like to talk? Yes, I've also invited Paimon to join. Huh? What the? We can talk to each other inside our head?
Pakai telepati lah.
That's part of it. Plus, we're all friends. There's nothing wrong with us talking like this once in a while. Paimon's never tried this before. This is great. So, Paimon's been wanting to ask you something. Don't you think the Balladeer's a bit of a walking contradiction? He's always talking back, but as I've told you before, there are still some mysteries for him to resolve. Things that are clear as day. Perhaps today will be the day that he finds some answers.
Itu masa lalu pengkhianatan dan
Well done. Smart and attentive.
artis.
So, you made contact with that part of his mind.
Astaga, naik botnya bikin kaget, cowok.
It's true. Betrayal turned the Balladeer into the person he is
Kita
today.
pada barang menjadi dia yang sekarang. Padahal tadi pernah tidak sadar.
Turns
Itu
out,
juga selalu pada marah.
hurt and angry just like everyone has a history, Paimon. Even if you're a puppet created by the Archon. Speaking of puppets, we ran into two people at the Academia today talking about an essay. Turns out their topic was about the... If you mean the mysterious events, the Kabukimono and so on? Yes. Really? Because from what they were saying, it sounded like lots of Tatara Suna's history is still unexplained. And most...
Waduh, jaringan gua mulai nge-lag lagi. Ini apa dah?
managed to deduce quite a lot through guesswork alone. So the Gesse got it right?
Wah, ping gua turun terus, cok. Sorry kalau misalnya nge-lag ya.
Tatara Suna was sabotaged.
Must be a riveting conversation you three are having. Funny
Itu
how
juga ya
all the good
kenapa
ones
hal
happen when
baik
I'm
yang
not
dari kalau
involved.
kesel.
What makes you think we're talking to each other?
Don't insult me. You're having a private conversation without me.
Sorry, Cok.
Obviously, I must be the topic of said conversation.
Anjir.
Of course you
Sorry,
do.
adik
You
gua.
can't have your prisoner knowing too much.
So, have you found anything yet?
Still looking. Don't get your hopes up though. You and your twin come from outside this world.
Jadi
Wouldn't
aku tidak
surprise
kaget
me if
kalau
there was
ternyata
nothing on
masih
either
tidak
of
ada
you in
catatan.
Irminsul.
Wait, how did you know about that? Did Nahida tell you?
It's not like we've never met before. And anyway, you're
Dan
world
kamu
famous.
terkenal malah
It'd be
lebih
more
aneh kalau
surprising
aku
if I
tidak tahu
didn't know a
apa
few
itu.
things about you. Right now, we have to keep the peace. I'm not interested in creating more misery for myself. And making cordial conversation is something I can manage. Huh? Wait.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
This light. It looks similar to those saplings.
Anonymous data.
Hey, don't you forget the agreement. You have to share.
Shh. Just wait.
Tunggulah, Paimon.
Mr. Niwa, are you certain this is worth the risk? We are talking about Tatara Suna's furnace, after all.
There's no one else who can enter the furnace. It has to be me.
Is that so?
Wait, what is that? What is that? Penasaran, coy. Cutscene kah? Cutscene. Alah. Cutscene lah, cutscene.
I have been in Tatara Suna for some time now. You have shown me great hospitality, as has Mikoshi Nagamasa. Under your leadership, Tatara Suna is a warm, welcoming place. like a giant village. People are gainfully employed. As I understand, the Raiden Shogun has, in recent years, eliminated much of the evil that plagued Inazuma. As for Tatarasuna, it was originally established. The forging industry with crystal marrow as a raw material has since flourished, giving rise to generations of swordsmiths. Some world-renowned, others unknown. Skills, blood, dreams. Every smith brought into this trade looks to find their purpose between
Ini wajah-wajah karakternya hampir sama semua, Cok.
Yes, well,
Nah, ada yang sih yang beberapa beda model doang.
to make Akame's acquaintance. The two of you never would have joined forces. You allowed Akame to
Tapi
take all
kalau
the credit
terlalu
for a
banyak
method that
karakter
you
yang beda-beda
developed.
wajah itu kan bisa bikin lebih berat itu gamenya.
Now, every piece of ore
Bisa
here is
lebih
smelted
wow,
using even
size-nya
now.
bikin
I
wow.
remain one of Tatarasuna's key consultants, working right here alongside us.
You flatter me. From the outset, I saw much that was commendable in the forging industry of Inazuma. And it has been my great...
So you say, Escher. But is this really the truth?
My good sir. What do you mean?
I tried to resist thinking it was all connected. Because I didn't want to speculate. And I didn't... What have we gained from adopting your new technology? Ominous black smoke, mounting production problems, worker fatigue and casualties are up and continuing to rise at an alarming rate. And recently, as you well know, someone died because of that strange filth inside the furnace. We've kept the truth from spreading outside. None of the people who went out to get help have come back.
Apa itu tungku besar yang ada di Inazuma itu?
But that doesn't phase you, does it, Escher?
Gua lupa, Cok, nama-nama tempatnya.
Otherwise,
I'm just surprised that you finally chose to be so sincere. I'm sure you've been harboring these suspicions for...
Mikoshi Nagamasa may have noticed that there was one common denominator among all these events. Namely you, Escher. But Mr. Mikoshi is more cautious than I.
After all, Nagamasa is the adopted son of Mikoshi Torachiyo, the yokai struck down by the shogun's own hand. If he truly seeks to redeem his family's honor, an abundance of caution is well advised.
You're well informed on the subtleties of his situation for a mechanic all the way from Fontaine. Are you sure you're not a little
Gue penasaran sama si di tempat yang Fontaine itu, coy. Gue penasaran. Tunggu update-nya lama lagi.
Very attached to my craft.
Enough, Escher. I'm here because an evil force is raging inside the furnace. And someone needs to take your new device and I'm in charge here. And I'm about to take some responsibility and head inside.
Judging from the look in your eyes, you don't seem to trust me.
Drop the act. We're past that now. Whoever you are,
Itu
looks like
manjar
your plan to
Tatar.
destroy Tatarasuna has
Oh ya,
worked.
Tatarasuna. Kalau nggak salah itu tempat
wanna know
yang
what you're
ada
still
tungku besarnya itu. Gue kesusahan, Cok. Yang side quest di situ.
I'm just waiting for the right moment.
Banyak bahan gua yang hilang loh. Wait.
A moment like this, where you finish talking and I stop.
Waduh, ada pengkhianat, Cok. Dia ditusuk.
You're a little smarter than I initially gave you credit for. I thought I'd disguise myself exceptionally well, at least for the first few days. But it's a long journey from Inazuma
Ditusuk
to
tapi nggak
Fontaine.
berdarah.
That didn't stop them. Eventually, they managed to confirm that Escher was an alias, and that I was not from Fontaine at all. And yet, despite all of that, you still fail to realize my true identity, and what I seek in Tatarasuna.
Did you really think you would be able to see through my plan?
If you kill me, there's no one who can get inside the furnace.
Oh, but you're quite wrong. There is one other person. Some may not see him as a person, but you told him yourself. You're not a puppet.
Whoever you're working for won't get away with this. They'll be found out. But this makes no sense.
It's no trouble at all. Patience is a virtue which I have in abundance. If you must know, I'm happy to divulge my true identity. I'm a Fatui harbinger. Call me the Doctor.
What?
The Fatui? Who? What do you want?
Ini beneran dia.
Just to create a
Si dokter.
inconvenience for your nation.
That's it. That's why you gave us your cursed technology.
Look how even the righteous soul is filled with venom. My device functions precisely as you say. It is the only chance you have of preventing a catastrophe and keeping the truth from the outside world. It is easier for a person to be possessed by evil spirits when they are filled with hate. So give in to your fury. I want to see what happens when a malevolent heart is placed into an unsuspecting puppet. Make no mistake, even without you, that pure, innocent puppet would only end up being you.
Kasihan si Niwa.
If you give him my heart,
Nagdamas dan aku melihat salah seorang wanita
he has nothing to prove to anyone. Because not everyone
yang punya otak seperti cuma orang macam.
other people.
What a beautiful way to see the world. It almost makes me feel a little guilty. Then out of respect for you, I shall think of me as a monster, or a demon, if you wish. At least this way your death is not a consequence of your own folly turning you into an easy target.
Bukannya ini cerita
You simply lost to
500
something more
tahun
powerful
lalu?
than you could ever hope to defeat.
Ya kan?
I say, Mr. Niwa, let's see what happens. Will your puppet friend become a Mr. Niwa?
Loh.
Already dead.
Terus dia si dokter.
Jester, I have completed the task you gave me.
Iya dong.
Creating a gap. I'd like to introduce a puppet to you. If he proves useful.
Si dokter udah hidup berapa lama sih? Kasihan si Karamos.
Dottore.
Oi.
Dottore. Good.
Was that the doctor? Did he turn into a mechanic from Fontaine? But why did we see things from his perspective? When I touched the doctor to confirm whether he'd eliminated all his segments, I read this memory in his mind. You have to admit, it must be the truth.
Maybe so, but it means nothing.
Does it? But this memory shows that Niwa didn't betray you.
Dia tak pernah bermaksud supaya kamu jadi orang yang memperangkat itu betul.
You know very well what that means. Even more so than not. Let's give him some space. He looks really mad. Paimon doesn't want to be anywhere near him. We need to give him some time to process his emotions. Paimon's still confused about the Tatarasuna incident. So, the doctor was behind it, but nobody has ever deceived you like that, Paimon. It's natural that you find it difficult to understand. Perhaps so now you have the complete picture. Katsuragi took the kabuki mono to live with the people of Tatarasuna. Later, the doctor showed up, disguised as a mechanic from Fontaine. And that's when it was all a horrific experiment planned by the doctor. Everything he did was just to plant seeds of disaster in Inazuma. Of all the unwitting participants in the doctor's experiment, the balladeer became the main test subject. After the events you just saw in that memory, the doctor put Niwa's heart into the device and handed it to the balladeer. Then, he instructed him to enter the furnace and absorb all the filth caused by the smelting process. The load was far beyond what he expected, but the balladeer survived. He left the furnace in sheer exhaustion and said to the mechanic. The mechanic answered, "Niwa fled this place for fear of punishment, but he left you a gift. He said it's the one thing that you've been looking for." He took it straight from the chest of one of his innocent. The mechanic removed the withered heart from the
Licik sekali si dokter.
The balladeer was stunned that such unthinkable cruelty had brought him the thing he'd been longing for his entire life. A heart acquired through cold-blooded murder is a cursed thing, but it has protected him from the filth. He thought Niwa had completely betrayed him, and yet this very betrayal had ensured his survival.
Bentar lagi internet gua mati.
Overwhelmed with anger and sorrow, the balladeer threw the heart to the ground.
Holy moly! So the doctor killed an innocent man and pinned everything on the victim?
Yes. Only if he understands this can you...
Tottori, you brazen-faced... Niwa didn't run from justice. You killed him.
Wow. Terus gua kemana ini? Kemana, Cok? Kemana, Cok? Oh, malah tinggal nunggu. Beberapa saat kemudian.
Shall we see how he's doing? Hey, you alright? That's a scary expression.
Are you worried about me? If we didn't have such a history, I'd almost think that qualifies me to be your friend. It won't. I'll keep my end of the deal.
Hey, are you investigating the stuff we...
That's why we're here. But unfortunately, there's no information about the Descenders in Irminsul.
Even if you can't find anything, that seems to confirm it. Irminsul does not keep records on the Descenders. Anyone who comes from beyond this world is not counted as part of Tevat.
Oh, does that mean we have to leave empty-handed?
Don't thank me just yet. You look really upset. Well, since Irminsul was a dead end, I guess I can share some other info that might...
Huh?
The reason why there are records about your sister in Irminsul. It might have something to do with Conria. Apparently, Conria was her first destination when she arrived, and plus, she only came to this world because the heavens responded to the summoning.
The heavens...
The Jester told me this himself. You can take his word on this. He was a royal mage in Conria, and lived with your sister for a time.
Hey, the Jester.
I don't know the details. It's up to you whether you want to believe me. All I can say is, I wouldn't Did you get all that, Lesser?
Yes. Astonishing news.
Does this info count towards my mission? It wasn't from Irminsul, but was it valuable?
Very valuable.
Good.
Disenyum
In
loh.
that case, I'll take some time for myself.
Huh? What have you...
Lesser Lord Kusanali was right. My powers all but completely spent. Even if I use all the divine power left in me, I can't sustain this shield for very... I shared a secret with you, and now you owe me. So in return, I'd like you give me your hand.
Ayo. Apalagi
Can you
ini?
hear my voice inside? No.
Mau cuci kotak ya?
At most, all I can do... So tell me, in this world, is it possible?
What?
Done.
Huh? What happened?
Dengan mengubah masa lalu loh.
I was just thanking him for helping me. So long. I suggest you get yourselves out of here quick.
Where are you going? Hey, wait up! Didn't you say not to go running off?
Fast reaction time. but I don't think we'll be seeing each other again.
What? Why?
From this day forth, the names
Dan
Balladeer and Kabukimono will cease to exist. Those who died in Tatarasuna because of me deserve another chance at life.
Hey, Balladeer!
You know, I never did like insects. Hordes of the puny things swarming together can be a real nuisance. And I enjoy nothing. But if a colony of harmless ants isn't threatening anyone, I guess they deserve to be left alone. Luckily...
Balladeer!
Yeah.
Balladeer! Uh-oh, he disappeared. Come on!
Ayo Paimon, cari dia Paimon.
Oh no. Oh, can you hear me? Nahida! Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer, what happened just now? It was the Balladier's fault. I didn't think he'd be capable of something like that with so little power left. Did he keep some of his power hidden when he was defeated? Or did he achieve something beyond his abilities? And it took everything he had.
Sorry.
Did he go? It's all our fault. Don't be. It's not your fault. Please, let me handle this from here. Even though I'm not sure I can solve it. We're running out of time. Follow my lead and get out of Irminsul.
Wah, jaringan gua mau ngelek ini coy. Waduh, ini sih parah. Teman gua on nggak? Nggak lagi dong. Gue mau tanya sesuatu soalnya. Sorry. Cut scan. Oh enggak.
This is an emergency. I'll have to ask you to stay here for now. Everything's arranged, and nobody will disturb you. I'm sorry, but this isn't an emergency. How bad is it? Nahida? Don't worry. If my assessment is correct, though there may be some minor disturbances, it won't lead to a disaster.
Ya, waktunya turun.
Paimon can't shake the feeling that something really big has happened.
Kasihan loh si Great Lord Ruka Devata udah dilupakan. Ya.
He wants to change the past? But surely that's impossible. Right. You can't just rewrite history. All that stuff happened. It's like, imagine Paimon drank all the water in this inn. Even if no one was there to see it, Paimon... So...
Ya, masa lalunya nggak bisa diubah, Jo. Yang ada, cuma ada itu belajar dari masa lalu. Learn from the past. Wow. Paimonnya ngerontak, Cok.
Succeed, right? Otherwise...
Kesel kayak tak wajaran mereka juga.
There's nothing we can do about it at this point. Hey, have you got any ideas? Seems like now there's nothing left for us to do but to go to sleep. But... So, how about, we list... Alright, Paimon will start. First dish. Monster and Dragon chili chicken on the tofu.
Ada.
Oh, also, Adeptus temptation, golden...
Ada, Paimon. Bicaranya cuma tentang makanan doang, Cok.
What Paimon was, talking? Huh. Paimon suddenly can't remember what she was talking. Is that a food too?
Wait. Tapi kok dia bisa gitu kan? Dia masuk.
What's wrong? Your eyes are like saucers.
Jangan bilang ingatan yang itu dihapus lagi, Cok.
Okay, sure. Where are we going? Huh? Fine by Paimon, but is everything okay?
Waduh, jangan bilang. Yang di Inazuma udah ada yang lupain kita, Cok. Bentar. Kok ke toilet dulu lah. Astaga. Toilet lagi dong.
There's no such thing as pure freedom in this world. Even the wind cannot blow on forever.
Yo guys. Sorry, tadi gue ke toilet. Nggak tahan. Entah kenapa. Dikit-dikit ke toilet. Gue butuh yang ini.
Illusion shattered.
Nggak keambil, oh. Gue pikir nggak keambil. Waduh, ngeframe. Udah 2,5 jam gua streamingnya, Cok. Tapi gua masih asik, Cok, mainnya, Cok. Mau end tapi nanti bentar.
It's been a while. Of course. Go ahead. Oh. Now there's a question I wasn't expecting. The once renowned Raiden Gokuden, comprised of 5 branches. Aminoma, Futsu,
Ishin, Hyakume, dan Senju. Ada Senju loh, ada Clan Senju. Yang ada di Naruto itu, Cok.
Was first taught to them personally by
Yang Hokage pertama itu, Clan Senju.
The 5 branches diverged from one another, as generations of bladesmiths, most of the great swordsmith clans of old, have since fallen into decline, and for a long time. But fortunately, Kaida Harakashuha recently returned to Inazuma and took up the mantle of the Ishin art. Now, if my memory serves me right, you yourself...
Oh yeah, we were! Paimon remembers that they learned a bit about the decline of the Raiden Gokuden then too. It seems like such a shame.
That, in fact, this was not made known to me for most of my life. All these years, I knew of those great clans' demise, but never the cause. He told me that, as we are both heirs to a branch of the Raiden Gokuden, it was right that I should know the truth. There is no harm in telling you, but I must warn you. It is a dark and sorrowful the Raiden Gokuden were the targets of a murderous rampage by a vengeful bladesmith.
Vengeful?
400 years ago,
Sepenjakan baruku ada
there was a
sandbox
catastrophic
yang
malfunction in Tatarasuna's furnace.
seorang penembak.
One brave swordsmith heard the commotion and chose not to flee. But he rushed to Tarasuna was home to a state-of-the-art forging and smelting operation in that day. And overseeing it was the armory officer. His surname was
Niwa. Oh, yang tadi.
though he had family ties to the Kaedehara clan. Knowing that they had just one chance to save countless lives, Mr. Niwa and the swordsmith went together into the furnace. The furnace quickly stabilized, but the smith's
kok story-nya beda,
though
Cok?
heroic, dealt a devastating blow to his family's fortunes. His orphan son was left to fend for himself, and grew up deep in his heart. The whole of Inazuma was culpable in his tragedy. He hated the almighty shogun for her apparent indifference towards his father's death. Powerless and destitute, the only legacy he had to pass on to his children was his hatred. Generation after generation. Alas, if only the story could have ended there. But 100 years ago, the thin head of this family reached the end of his wits. He could bear their fate no. Finally, he made a drastic decision to take revenge on the Raiden Gokuden. In doing so, he sought to vent his pet of anger and shake the very foundations of Inazuma. In his fury, he murdered indiscriminately, killing even bladesmiths from the Hyakume clan, which he belonged to. His goal was absolute, the devastation of all of the Raiden Gokuden. But when he came to the Kaedehara and Kamisato clans, his killing spree came to an abrupt end. He failed to catch them unawares. They fought back. That is why the Kaedehara clan and their Ishin art survived that day. I suppose they were the lucky ones.
What? Beruntung di dalam ketidakberuntungan.
Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Kazuha? Why, yes. Just yesterday, in fact. My pleasure.
Don't tell Paimon. There are other places you want to visit too, right? On to the next step.
Ada. Yashiro. Oh. Kamisato Estate. Astaga. Kita ngapain di sini? Oh, wala, masuk dalam. Yashiro.
Traveler, it's been a while. If you're looking for the commissioner and Miss Kamisato, I'm afraid time is something. The commissioner is out on business.